Just to show the audience, dude. Okay. Pedophiles. We've all heard of them. They seem to be everywhere these days. A lot of people think that they are all weird old men who like to carry candy around and try to lure children to get into their car. But we are wrong to think that that is the only way they appear to work. In this speech, you will learn what a pedophile actually is and how widespread they are in today's society. Society is feeding into pedophiles sick fantasies and making it easier for them to find their prey. But before we get into that, let's go back to the basics. What is a pedophile? Well, they are people who have erotic sexual thoughts about children. Pedophilia, on the other hand, is putting those thoughts into actions by having a child do a variety of sexual acts. The acts can vary between things like verbal direction or as extreme as having intercourse with a child. They get aroused and reach gratification through their actions. They actually think that they are being romantic and making love to these poor innocent babies. Pedophiles are attracted to children under the age of 13. On a pedophile message board talking about show dance moms, Jeff809 writes, "I'm really relieved the ages stop at 13. Who wants to see bouncing knockers? So grossed out at that point." These quotes show that they are not attracted to a woman's body, but rather an underdeveloped child. For some reason, that is sexy to them. They are different types of pedophiles. Some prefer same-sex or opposite, while others like both sexes. Not all pedophiles like children. Some also are attracted to people their own age. Sadly enough, they are almost always someone the child knows or is trusted. We hear too often about Catholic ministers or a relative molesting a child. Sometimes it is even the child's own parents who are molesting them. Another man on the message board, IG Love for Life, writes, "Agreed, I visited dance studios with my niece to scout. No one is going to suspect him because he is there with his niece. They will find any way they can to be around children." On a blog called The Ultimate Evil, there was a petition to try and get the show like Dance Moms removed from the air because it follows young dancers from ages 6 to 13 as they compete in dance competitions. They are put into sexy costumes and perform with full face and makeup. These shows and girls' mothers are gift-wrapping their children for these sick, evil people. It makes me wonder if the mother has any idea what these people are saying and fantasying about with their little girls. Take a look at the blog and read some of the explicit things the pedophiles were saying. Up until recently, I didn't realize the blogs and chat sites like this even existed. I didn't understand the extent of what pedophiles actually do to children. I thought it was mostly inappropriate touching, and that was definitely bad enough. I never realized all the different ways they could harm the children and the effect it has on them, especially the young ones ages 1 to 4. Forcing penetration to a child at a young age is extremely painful for them. They are nowhere near finished developing physically, mentally, or emotionally. I believe pedophilia is statistic. ChaCha.com defines sadistic as a sexual perversion in which gratification is attained by the infliction of physical or mental pain on others. The scary part is how pedophiles can justify their actions. They argue that they are teaching them the facts of life or about love. Some will even go as far as saying that the child was being provocative or even initiated. Back to the messaging board, IG Love for Life writes, "No other dance coach gets their girls to release their inner sexiness like her. She has a way of making them welcome their natural sexuality. I am a big fan of how she makes the moms go along with her. I could learn a lot from her." The her they're referring to is Abby Lee, the founder and teacher at the Abby Lee Dance Studio. I found this statement completely shocking. How can society continue to let the show air? She is actually a role model for pedophiles. They want to start their own fan page for her. There is a question how to classify these pedophiles. Are they sick or are they evil? I think they're a bit of both. Andrew Voss, a famous crime fiction novelist, child protection consultant, and children's attorney, gave an interview in which he explained the difference between the two. He said, "Sickness is a condition, evil is a behavior. Sickness happens and evil is inflicted. If a person has desires or fantasies about sexually exploiting children, that individual may be sick. But if the individual chooses to act upon those feelings, that conduct is evil." I think this sums up they are both completely unacceptable. The reality is pedophiles are everywhere. They don't wear signs or stick out like a sore thumb, although that would be very nice. They could be your child's teacher, bus driver, brother, uncle, or even your coworker. It is important that parents protect their children. Beauty pageants and dance groups are just a couple of examples that give pedophiles an easy access to feed their fantasies. We as a society need to be more aware and realize that although a certain activity may appear to be perfectly innocent, there are perverted people out there that will use any opportunity they can to feed their disgusting lifestyle. Our children need to look and act like children. Just ending them up and making them look and act sexy is wrong and could put them in harm's way.